Please let me welcome Toastmaster, Mr. Hyder.
This past winter, one of the worst blizzards slammed into North America and East European coast. Most of the cities were shut down, air traffic was halted. States spent millions of dollars in cleaning their operation. Businesses plummeted to a new low level, and everybody blamed the $7.5 billion loss due to the heavy snow. In other part of the world, China was devastated by the floods. More than 1 million people were displaced by the torrential rains that swelled the entire rivers. The houses were hit by heavy landslides. The total loss was estimated around $3 billion. Last summer, India has realized the worst drought in the history, playing havoc in more than 246 districts of 10 states. The rice production has plummeted to a lower level of 10 million tons. The total estimate is around $3 billion loss. Dear President, Toastmaster of the day, fellow Toastmasters, ladies and gentlemen, everyone is thinking now, was something wrong? What is happening? It is called global warming and climate change. Climate change is measured in years together, not for specific seasons. And it is evaluated across the globe and in specific regions. Hence, I give you the 5 reasons why we should focus our entire operations, our business, or our sons or daughters' education towards alternative energy. Reason number 1, green administration and effective eco-management. Every government now has chosen alternative energy in their consumption portfolio. For instance, the US. 10% of the total electricity supposed to be from renewable energies by 2012. And by 2025, it's supposed to be 25% of the whole nation. 5 million new jobs will be created, involving $150 billion of investment by investing in infrastructure like green buildings, wind power plants, solar photovoltaic cells, biomass projects like that. And 20% of the oil consumption will be reduced by inducing a carbon tax credit for whoever controls the green gas houses. Reason number 2, climate and energy legislation. In 2009, Denmark, Copenhagen, more than 200 countries formed to give a global rangout, global call for everyone, every politician in the world to make an energy and climate legislation. This made the people, the manufacturers, the politicians, the government took a very strong note that you cannot produce the incandescent lamp, incandescent bulb in anyone now because it is not energy efficient. But still we are importing in Saudi Arabia. Reason number 3 is called money, money, money. The potential price tag for combating this climate change is running into trillions. The International Energy Agency says very clearly, within 20 years, there will be $10 trillion of investment to be in the renewable energy source. Whereas the United Nations estimates there will be $300 billion of waste the world will be facing of every year due to the climate change. So there is an opportunity for somebody, there is a burden for somebody. So where are we standing now? Reason number 4. The countries like India and China They are fast developing. They cannot catch up the power hungry of the nation's requirement. Look at China. 80% of their electrical consumption is running from coal plants. But they made a simple resolution in 2009. It's supposed to be, they should start investment in the wind and solar power plant, which from 0 to 44% it jumped. Whereas the investment in the nominal technologies like coal-powered plant reduced from 100% to 11%. In India, we are still discussing about this, how to do, when to start. This is number 5. The BP's disorder. The most catastrophic oil failure of a deep oil well drilling. April 2010. Macondo well. The location is Gulf of Mexico. There have been a deep well, horizon oil well drilling has blown off. 11 people were killed. From that day till yesterday, it has been pumping, gushing the crude oil of tens and thousands of barrels into the Gulf of Mexico. BP's shares were half plummeted, reduced to 50% of the value. So more than $50 billion were lost in this BP's loss. Not only that, this amount can be calculable, whereas the damage caused to the environment, the damage which is occurred in the marshlands, and the cleaning effort will run into billions and billions of dollars. So where are we standing now? We should focus ourselves into the alternative energy, building new relationship, having, a moratorium or some sort of regulations to achieve the international energy resources, energy efficient. So, as a OASIAN, I ask you to think well and start right now. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Mr. Hyder. Very informative speech. Today, we have included one exciting and very interesting program. Do you know what it is? Fun and Learn session. And also initiated by our DP Education, Toastmaster Sadir Khan. And it will be conducted by our club asset, one of our club asset. Veteran and world champion, speaker, Toastmaster Sadish Kili. Please welcome. Please help me welcome.
Thank you, Toastmaster Rajan. You know, Oasis always has this something special about it. You be away from the club for more than 2 weeks and you'll get a call. And they'll either make your Toastmaster of the day or the general evaluator. And this time, for a change, thanks to Sadia, I just learned that she came with this idea of having a fun session. So Toastmaster Rajan said, I heard you have been too busy, too much stressful. We have decided to have a fun session. So why don't you come? So I said, wow, that's great. So now I learned that it is not that I'm going to make you laugh, but I'm going to have fun. Is that right? Okay. Now, actually, because of the time constraints, I will cut it short to only one game. I have 10 minutes. Okay. Otherwise, actually, to begin with, as they say, leaders normally have to lead from the front, right? So, Mr. President, do I have your permission? This has been a great team. They have started with a big bang. Great planners. They planned their work and they're working their plans out. But could we have some fun? Can you provide us some fun today? I'm only going to be the facilitator to create fun. Is that okay? Yes, Mr. President. Please come. And do you have your team here?